Three military bases, Mossad headquarters on Iran target as expected. The missiles have hit ground at the Nebatim airbase. Fatah missiles fired at Hatzarim and Tel Aviv bases. Airbases house advanced US F-35 jets. Iran missiles launched from Shiraz missile base. The full extent of the damage is yet to be ascertained. Geeta Mohan getting in more details. Geeta, what more can you tell us about the way the Mossad bases have been hit by Iran? And what is perhaps, if at all, you could give us an idea about the damage that has been done so far? I understand that the air bases housing advanced US F-35 jets have also been hit here.
Well, the details are only very sketchy because nobody's confirming exactly what is the damage within Israel. Israel has talked about how they face terrorism from Iran. This comes after talking about how there is going to be retaliation in response. America and various other countries in the West have also come out in support. But if you look at what is happening on the ground, the Iranian side have made it very clear that they were only looking at military bases, Mossad headquarters, and air infrastructure, whether they're planes or runway, from where planes fly out for aerial operations in the region, especially in Lebanon, which was bombed heavily. So those were the very important focus areas for Iran, and they were not focusing on civilian territories or certainly no civilian casualties, which Iran has been putting out and saying, well, we did not focus, and the target were not civilians, the target was just military infrastructure. Now there are details coming out that Iranian missiles have indeed hit the airbase, which will certainly impact Israel's aerial capability. Israel has been using these air bases, which house very important American jets, and they've been using these bases to carry out their aerial operations in various quarters, especially in Lebanon. And earlier we'd seen the kind of operations and attacks that we saw in Gaza. Right. So we are looking at Iran being very specific with their targets and have hit the targets. Right. How much of a loss, how much of a damage, and how will it slow down Israel's capability? Something we'll have to wait and see. But if the Mossad headquarters have been hit, that certainly is a huge hit for Israel, and Israel will have to now come out with an official response, which has not been.
I'll come back to you, Geeta, in just a moment from now. Getting in my colleague Shivarur also this morning. This is a huge attack, perhaps Shiv, the largest that we've seen in the last few days or so, with this attack being directed at the Mossad headquarters. If you could put this into perspective, and also, if at all, you have a sense of the kind of damage that has been done.
The videos that exist at this point of time, Sneha, are only in the realm of open source intelligence taken by citizens. But we have a pair of confirmations now. The Iranian government has just released a statement claiming that their missiles have struck three air bases in Israel: Nebatim, Hatzarim, and Tel Aviv. These are the three principal combat air bases of the Israeli Air Force, which basically house the Israeli Air Force's F-35s, which are its stealth fighters. There are 39 of those, which are spread across a couple of bases. There are F-15s, which are also Strike Eagles. These are strike fighters.
Also, please, we apologize for that bit of a poor audio there, which Shiv will try and fix that with Shiv in a moment from now. But he was, in fact, telling us about the attack, perhaps the largest attack that we've seen in the last few days or so, with the Mossad headquarters being attacked here. Iran missiles have launched from the Shiraz missile airbase. In fact, Tehran Times also reporting on this, and this is media, in fact, information that we're picking from Tehran Times as well. Well, the full extent of the damage yet to be ascertained is what is being indicated to us. Airbases house advanced US F-35 jets, and that also has been hit. These are Fatah missiles fired at the Hatzarim and Tel Aviv bases. In fact, Shiv is back with us. Shiv, you were in fact giving us details of this attack and the magnitude of it.
That's right. If the claims being made by the Iranian government right now, Sneha, pan out to be true, this could be a very, very big, impact on the Israeli military capability. We don't know if or how many aircraft have actually been destroyed. But the Iranian government claims that many F-35 and F-15 aircraft have been destroyed. If that is true, that would be, a major impact because the F-35s are Israel's most advanced fighter aircraft. They happen to be one of the most advanced fighter aircraft in the world at this point of time. These are stealth fighters used by Israel for airstrikes. These are aircraft that are practically invisible to air defense and to ground radars, and therefore they can perform strike missions, even in hostile airspace, which is southern Lebanon, which is the Houthi areas of Yemen, etc. It is said to be that the F-35s were the ones conducting airstrikes in contested airspace like Yemen. So if that capability has been hit, that would be a setback to Israel. But the dramatic claim being made by Iran is that 3 air bases, Sneha, have been hit. Nebatim, Hatzarim and Tel Aviv. These are 3 prominent combat bases from which airstrikes and air power missions are really launched. The airstrike missions to Gaza, to Lebanon, to Yemen have all been conducted from one of these 3 bases, which is where, like I said, the F-15s, F-35s, and the F-16 fighter aircraft, all of American origin, operate from. All of these air bases are in central and southern Israel in the Negev desert. So they're pretty far away from the northern border with Lebanon. But the missiles that would have been used, if it indeed is true that these air bases have been struck, would be of a longer range, of a higher capability than the missiles that have been used thus far to target any Israeli targets, including the Mossad headquarters in Tel Aviv, which we'd heard even a couple of days ago through the Iranian press that that had been targeted by a ballistic missile as well. But like I said, the very fact that at least one well-known and credible researcher online has confirmed that at least one of these videos shows that the Nebatim airbase housing F-35 Lightning II fighters of Israel has been targeted, shows that these were not random ballistic missiles. They had target packages, and Israel clearly wants to send out a message. Once again, I'm adding the caveat: we don't know what the damage on the ground just yet is. These missiles could have hit other parts of the airbase. Airbases tend to be large structures. If any aircraft have been destroyed, that would be a huge blow. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what damage is on the ground. I doubt we'll get to know very soon because, I've visited many of these places, Sneha, and they're very closed off. People aren't allowed inside. It's very unlikely that the press will get to know about any damage done on the inside very soon. The fog of war tends to be quite thick in times like this because information warfare is of paramount importance as well. So we'll have to wait and see over the next few hours to see exactly what the damage on the ground is. Also, last point, remember that following Iran's ballistic missile attack yesterday, Iran has said that they will respond at a time, place, and time and place of their choosing. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what that means.